Hey there, and happy 5th of July. It just didn't seem right to me to not have a special meal on the 4th of July, something that was cooked on the grill, because that's kind of what you do. So I did do it, and what it is well, it's got a backstory. So a couple of weeks ago, I checked out this new farmer's market downtown, and my favorite farmers, AJ and Sarah from Purpose Driven Family Farms, were there, and they were selling these tomahawk pork chops. Now, a tomahawk pork chop is just a rib chop with the bone Frenched, so it's long, so it actually kind of looks like a tomahawk when it's all prepared like that. So I bought those and I stuck them in the freezer, and then about a week later, my neighbor had either gone blueberry picking or bought an abundance of blueberries, and she gave me some. And so I put those in the freezer as well. And here comes 4th of July, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to make? And so I remembered I had the blueberries and I had the tomahawk chops. So what I did was I made a bacon blueberry barbecue sauce, to which I coated my tomahawk pork chops that I grilled on my grill. And I did finish those in the oven. You don't have to. These were kind of thin, so I didn't want to overcook them. And then I finished the dish with some Boursin smashed potatoes, because I had some potatoes in my refrigerator, and some garlic and herb cheese, and some green beans from my garden. And the video is here, and the recipe's on the website. And you have the rest of the summer to make this. Even though the 4th of July is over, it's still plenty of time. And you can use any pork, by the way. You don't have to have tomahawk chops. I thought they were just fun. Enjoy. The first thing we're going to do is make our barbecue sauce. This is a little novel. We're going to start with some bacon. And this was some thick cut bacon that I just happen to have on hand. You can use regular bacon. And we're going to dice that up. Start by laying out the strips. Cut the long way. Cut crosswise. And nicely diced. We're going to throw that in a pan over medium heat and cook it until it's crispy. I had some hot peppers in my garden, so I picked a couple of them, and man, they were hot. And some onions and some garlic, and we diced those all up. And when the bacon is crispy, we're going to remove it from the pan with a slotted spoon. And we're going to drain it on some paper towels. And we're going to leave the fat behind in the pan. And to that fat, we're going to add our diced vegetables. And we're going to stir that around and cook. Season with some salt and pepper. And you know I love me some smoked paprika. That'll bring out the smokiness in the bacon. I'm going to stir that around and cook it until the vegetables are softened. There's Kelly getting in. Then we're going to deglaze the pan with about a quarter cup of balsamic vinegar. That'll bring up all those brown bits that are stuck to the bottom of the pan and incorporate those flavors into your barbecue sauce. Now we're going to throw in about 2 cups of blueberries, a gift from my neighbor. I don't know if she picked them or bought them, but that's where the idea came from for this sauce. About a half a cup of brown sugar. And some Dijon mustard. You can use grainy mustard if you like, whatever kind of mustard you like. Play with it. We're going to cook that and stir it until the blueberries begin to pop. Clearly the wooden spoon was not the best tool for this dish. Stained for life. Now we're going to remove that from the heat, and we're going to squeeze in the juice of half a lemon. Remember to hold that lemon up so when the seeds come out they don't land in your dish. And we're going to stir in our bacon. We're going to let that cool a little bit and puree it so that it's smooth. If you want to leave it chunky, that's your prerogative. I think that would make a nice, not barbecue sauce, but sort of a condiment for the tomahawk pork chops we're about to cook. So now we're going to finish the dish. From the farmer, my friends AJ and Sarah from Purpose Driven Family Farms, I bought some amazing tomahawk pork chops, and we're going to preheat our grill. And while we're preheating the grill, we're going to spray those chops, season them up with salt and pepper on both sides. This was fun. Now we're going to throw them on a hot grill at an angle. And we're really just marking these because they're kind of thin, so I didn't want to overcook them. So we're going to flip them over, cook them about 5 minutes on each side. And there they are. Now if you want to wrap those handles in foil, you can do that. But because I wasn't cooking them all the way on the grill, I didn't. So now we're going to take our bacon blueberry barbecue sauce, and we're going to spread them on our chops in a baking dish. Lay it on thick. And then we're going to flip them over and do the other side. Meanwhile, we're preheating our oven to 375 degrees. And we're going to cook them on one side for 10 minutes. Then I turn the heat up to 425, turn them over, and put them in for about another 10 minutes or 5 minutes, depending on how fat your chops are. And there you have it. And now we're going to make our Boursin smashed potatoes. I took a couple of red potatoes that I had in the fridge and boiled them up in some salted water. About 15 minutes till they were knife tender. Drained them. And in that same pan that I cooked them in, I put some butter and some garlic and herb cheese. And then we add our hot potatoes back into that pan and smash them with the butter and cheese, oh, and salt and pepper. Now we're going to add in our half and half and stir. They look beautiful, taste even better. And we're going to serve that with our pork chop, a little extra barbecue sauce, and our favorite vegetable. Those, by the way, are green beans from my garden. Enjoy!